Time to change the fuel pressure regulators. Yes, regulators on this 88 Jaguar XJS Hess Eisenhardt edition.
Regulators!
Some scary stuff going on. There's some black smoke coming out the back and some intermittent stalling. Today we're going to try to replace the fuel pressure regulators here and here, one for each bank. This is a V12, so each side has 6 cylinders that gets fuel pressure regulated through these bad boys right here. Hopefully that'll stop our stalling issue. First, we need to depressurize the fuel system. In the Jag repair manual, it says to pull the power from the ignition coil, pull the fuel pump relay, which is back here in the trunk. Don't mind all the oil and the mess. This is how all Jaguars look in the trunk and underneath. Fuel pressure, or fuel pump relay is the one with the red stripe on the top there. We're gonna pull that off. This is the safe way to do it. The Hess and Eisenhardt manual is a little more confident, and it just says to pull the gas cap and let the pressure come out that way. Whatever floats your boat.
Was a depressurized time, when blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud.
Okay, based on experience, I like to just kind of hold it in there and make sure that's the same part. Actually, this is the second fuel pressure regulator that I got for this car, so that looks right. So we're going to start ripping it apart right here. This is the fuel line. Fuel line's typically
if I pass this way again, you can rest assured
hose over the
I'll
top
always
of it,
do what's best for her, on that I give my word. In a world of steel-eyed death and men who are fighting to be warm, come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. Careful not to point that bad boy down, cause it is going to spill some gas. Not a word was spoke between us, there was a lot of risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm.
So this is definitely a 19mm fitting right here, which is, solidifies the proof that Hess and Eisenhardt moved these from their original location, which was actually
Come
in
in,
the
she
middle
said,
of
I'll
each
give
bank.
ya shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there, silver bracelets on her wrists and flower in her hair. She walked to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. Now there's a wall between us, something there's been lost. I took too much for granted, and I got my signals crossed. Just to think that it all began a long forgotten morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you a shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walks on hard nails and the preacher rides a mount. Nothing really matters much, it's doom alone that counts. And then the one-eyed undertaker blows a futile horn. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. I've heard newborn babies wailing like a morning doe, an old man with broken teeth stranded without love. Do you understand the question? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. In a hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation and they gave me a lethal dose. Offered up my innocence and I got repaid with scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. Well, I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks on razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm.
Okay, we're back in the car again. Hopefully no dinosaurs. I'm gonna turn the key on, then I'm gonna do a lap and make sure that no gas is finding its way out in ways that it's not supposed to.
Regulators!
Regulators.
Okay, we passed the McMullen test.
You regulate any stealing of this property.
Wow.
But you can't be any geek off the street.
It's never been that happy. It's running now with more enthusiasm than it ever has, at least since I've owned it. So first we'll top it off with all the fluids that it's leaking, which is all of them except windshield washer fluid actually. I can hold on to that pretty easily. Then we'll go beat on it until something else breaks. Well, I just drove it about 120 miles and it's running very well. I still feel like there were a couple examples of vapor lock, like a little jerk. It died also while I was trying to pull in to get some gas. So maybe if we beat on it enough, we can get one of these fuel pumps to fail, and then we'll have an excuse to rip apart the whole fuel system. That could be good.
If you know what I mean, Ernie.